Hi guys, welcome, welcome. Sorry, let me shift you here. I'm Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. And if you see the little red live light, you caught me live. If not, you're watching the replay. Please type in hashtag replay. I just realized I didn't send a telegram. Oh. And my battery's dead. Better get that changed out. Sorry guys, hang on a minute. My battery went dead on my glue gun and I'm gonna need that. All right. Hi Louise. It's been a frantic morning for me. Sorry guys. Welcome, welcome. I am in the Thoughts to Treasures Crafty Friends event today. Like I said, I'm Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. And if you see the little red live light, you caught me live. If not, you're watching the replay. Please type in hashtag replay. Tell me where you're watching from. Say hello, all the good things. So, okay, I can take a breath, I think. Hi, Ralph. Hi, Susan. Hi, Nora. Sorry, guys. I'm seeing comments here, but not over here. I'm trying to read them. There we go. Now I can see them. Happy Wednesday, Nora. Hi, Jessica. I'm doing all right. Been kind of crazy. Hi, Beverly. How is everyone today? Hope you guys are having a... Hi, Connie. All right. I got my glue gun on. I think I'm ready. Like I said, it's been kind of a crazy morning. Trying to get some stuff done. Hi, Amanda. Welcome, welcome. I am in the Thoughts to Treasures Crafty Friends event. Up after me is Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts by Tammy. Make sure you join the group. The link for the group page is in the description. It doesn't cost anything. If you can't stay and watch everybody live, you can go in there and watch all the replays. And Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts, her link is up there also. So if you can't find her, you don't join the group, her link's up there so you can find her there too. So anyway, get that out of the way. Like I said, it's been frantic for me this morning. So I think I can take a breath. I'm glad I had this all prepared because it's been kind of a crazy morning. I have this is going to be a little angel, and this was my bunny angel wood kit. We're not going to use the bunny ears or the little heart for his little nose or anything. We're just going to use the body, and it comes with a base. It comes with the body. It came with the little ears and, like I said, a little heart. We're going to make it a little Patriotic Angel. So this kit is available. It's $12 or $10 plus shipping if you guys are interested. But we're going to add to it. I have these big half beads. We're going to give her some little feet. And then I have 2 little stars. So anyway. Hi, Celeste. So we're going to get busy and paint. Now, I just got some little piece of fabric. This is going to be her dress. And some lace and arms and some other... Oh, and her wings. And the wings come with it too. I guess that's kind of what makes her an angel. She does need wings, right? A wingless angel. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? So, I've already taken... this is textured wallpaper that I have put on here. I have used the adhesive tiles you get at Dollar Tree, but I like this. It's easier to work with. You get a great big roll. I've hardly even used any of it, and it's about $13 for a roll, but you will have a lot, and there's a lot there. You can do a lot of stuff with it. So, but that's what we're gonna paint this. You can paint, it is paintable. So we are going to get going here. Welcome everybody for being here. Glad you're here. Hopefully my dogs will be okay. no, already they've started. I should have put them outside. We're going to paint her body, this part, to kind of match her dress. You're not going to see a lot of it. You're just going to see like her feet. And we're using Glory, and it's chalk paint from Nicole with Afraid Not. She has her own chalk paint line that she makes. And I get, most of my paint comes from her. I have already pre-stained my pieces, and I've waxed them. I like vintage, old, chippy. That's the look I like. So you can paint her any way you want. But I have waxed her up. I just use a votive candle that I got from Dollar Tree. And after I stained her, I put wax all over her. I just took it and rubbed it all over her. And we're going to take, haven't decided if I'm going to use the Brillo pad or if I'm just going to use a putty knife. And we're going to get that chippy look. And we're going to hope I get this done today. So you guys know I had a frantic morning. How is your guys' day going so far? It was going fairly decent, my day. Then I was getting my dinner ready and for tonight, and I dropped, like, I was making a dip, and I dropped the bowl. Hi, Bob. And got dip all over the floor. I did salvage some of the dip. And I'm not going to worry about this part where the head and the body meet. I'm going to get it fairly decent, but I'm not going to get too picky because you're not going to see that. Hi, Patty. Hi, Sydney. Welcome, guys. If you have a page, you are more than welcome to come in under your page name. I don't mind at all. And you guys, if you see some new pages on here, go give them a like and a follow. Don't cost you anything. And it helps them out, helps them grow. So, like I said, I dropped the dip. Then I was making something else, and I dropped part of that. And I was just like, really? It's like, my morning started out fairly decent. And it's like gone downhill from there. All right, so we got that painted. I am going to give it a quick dry so I can, and I'll probably, sorry guys, I don't like wasting paint, and I poured out a lot of paint, so I'm going to put it back in here. Put it back in the bottle, right? My husband's been painting today, his favorite job. He absolutely hates painting. Hi, Sherry. Guys, if I'm missing your comments, I'm sorry. I'm not. I may have to get out of here and start back. I am, I don't trust my Wi-Fi service. It keeps going out on me. So I'm using my cellular data, so hopefully you guys are... Hi, Juanita. Seeing me okay? Just gonna give this a quick drive. Just right in there, because I'm gonna paint her face. We'll give her face a quick paint. What I'm gonna do is I have this flamingo, and I think I'm going to take some of my vintage lace, and I'm just going to lighten it up just a little bit. I usually use another color, but I'm out of it right now. It's called TP, and like I said, I'm out. But I think I'm going to lighten this up just a little bit and use it. Not a whole lot, but because it is kind of a, that's way too much paint. It is a fairly light color to begin with, but I just don't want it pink. I just want kind of that hint of pink. for her complexion. Okay. So now I'm going to pour a little bit of white in here. We're going to get this mixed up. Okay. And I'm going to have to break out my new bottle of paint. Your day's going good so far, Nora? That's good. Good today, Bob? Great afternoon. Ralph, you're home today? My husband made some stairs for our church, and he got them done yesterday, and today he had to paint them, and he hates. Hi, Christina. He hates to paint. Absolutely. It doesn't matter whether it's easy or not easy. He does not like to paint. But he did get them painted. Hi, Deborah. All right. So we're going to get this mixed together. I might have to put a little more white in here. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's a little too pink. Well, I think I'm gonna get my other bottle out because this is pretty much at the end here. And this is like this vintage lace is kind of like an antique white. I usually don't. No, I got way too much. Telling you guys, my day is not going very well. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Just a hue of pink, I think, is what I'm wanting for her. Okay, now I gotta watch I don't stick my arm in that. Wasn't too smart. Like I said, I'm not gonna worry about it lining up too much because we're gonna take that little dress and we're gonna put it on her, and it's gonna cover up part of that. We're gonna get her painted up. Sorry, guys. I know painting, it's kind of boring to watch people paint, but so besides the event, you guys got any big plans for the day? Like I said, hi, Vicky. And I'm sorry, guys, I didn't send out a telegram. I guess I kind of got behind on doing some stuff and lost track of time, and what should have taken 5 minutes took 25 minutes this morning. So okay. So you guys probably won't be able to tell, but that's what she looks like so far. Like I said, we're gonna let it dry and chippy her up. And I got tons of that pink paint now. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Laura. Juanita. Trying to see everybody. My comments over here aren't popping up, guys. Sorry. I'm trying to reach everybody. You baked bread and I'm doing laundry today too. You're painting your bee kit today. Ooh, fun, Louise. Fun. And let's see. Let's do the base. The base I'm going to paint navy. I am going to try and get some patriotic colors in here as best I can. And then my flowers I'm going to paint white. And this is Blue Jay. Hi, Stephanie. And I think I'm going to use this brush again. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. And I am in an event today, the Thoughts to Treasures Crafty Friends event. And up after me is Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts with Tammy. The link for both the group and her page are up in my description. And I am making a Patriotic Angel today. All right. Now I think none of my comments are working. Hi, Karen. I do miss your questions. If you have any, I will go back and read through them and I will try and answer you. Like I said, I'm seeing some comments, but not all of them. This yesterday that happened to me too. I've had, actually since last week, I've had some problems with the comments. Get some more blue out here. Hey, Barb. How you feeling today? Hopefully you're feeling better. I think yesterday you said you weren't feeling the best. You were supposed to be going to your sister's or something. Well, I hope you're feeling better. All right. That's good enough because, like I said, we're going to chippy this up. Hi, Peggy. And as always, I have paint everywhere. And I'm going to take and put a little bit of Mod Podge and cinnamon on our wings and kind of rust them up. Kind of dingy them up. Give it some more of that vintage look. You cancel your trip? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying for you. Get over it, whatever it is. You would think, of course, today, here, it's a really nice day. It's supposed to be in the 70s. The wind finally quit blowing. Hi, Melinda. And so it's really nice out today. In fact, my husband was able to mow the yard. It's been in desperate need, but with the wind blowing so hard, you know, it's kind of, it's kind of a challenge when the wind blowing in your face. We've had a lot of excitement around here. The ambulance and the fire trucks have been in our neighborhood for the last 2 days. In our neighborhood. Okay, and you, like I said, you can paint on this, and I know it's white, but I do want to put a base coat on top of these wings to cover that textured wallpaper. And I just used, I just Mod Podged it on here. Usually that's the way I do it, and it does really well, Mod Podging it on. So, like I said, I have used the tiles from, oh, I didn't do that edge, from Dollar Tree. But this is so much easier to handle than that. Hi, Jude. And we're going to paint our stars. Get them all painted up. And I don't know if I'm going to use both these stars or not, but we're going to see. I'm trying to hurry. Get all this painted because I'd like to get her together. Ooh. I can't remember. Hopefully I painted the side I waxed on those. And I'm going to dry this just a little so I can do this other edge. Because you're going to see it. Let's get this edge here. And I'm not getting like complete coverage or anything because I am going to chippy this, but I do want to get paint all over all of it. So, how's Jude today? Did you get all your flowers planted? I can finally move the ones I've planted outside, I think, with the wind died down. I trying this year starting from seed. We're going to see how that goes. Oh, I got to paint these. And these I'm going to paint like a brown color. It's called Tortoise. And these are going to be her two little feet. Oh. Whoa. I'm getting a little carried away with the paint here today. It's all coming out really fast. You did? All right. Well, that's good. It's not blowing here today either, Jude. It's really nice. And it's supposed to warm up the next few days here. I live in Iowa. You've never seen me, watched me before. I live in Iowa. Hi, Shelly. And it's actually feels like a spring day today. Finally. Finally. Hopefully it lasts more than just a day or two. Okay. Hopefully. You're in Tennessee? The wind must be blowing everywhere. There was a few people that I watched that said that it was windy where they lived. So it must have been blowing everywhere. Sorry, I got quiet. Had to think, I guess, to put all that back in there. All right, now we got everything painted. I'm going to move that up out of the way. That dried pretty quick. Most of it's pretty dry. The only one that's not is the wings, and I think it's because of the wallpaper. So we're going to give it a quick dry. All right. So now I'm going to take my putty knife, move this out of the way, and we're going to scrape all our pieces. I know, some of these are really little. I'll take a little bit. And it is kind of messy, but to me it's not as messy as the Vaseline method. Well, that's good. Always, sorry, I'm trying to read comments. Always inspired creations. Well, welcome. Were you on yesterday? Is your name Lori? I think I caught that yesterday. I do try to remember names, but I'm horrible when it comes to remembering names anymore. All right. Thank you guys for the hearts and for being here. I am in the That's Treasures Crafty Friends event. Okay. I thought so. I thought I'd read that when I read through my comments yesterday that, like I said, I wasn't seeing very many comments when I was live. So I missed a lot. But I did go back through and read, so. Thank you, Peggy, for sprinkling. And I know this dark color on this dark walnut, my dark walnut piece is, you're not going to really see the chippy part of it, but I'll show you on the white. You'll be able to really see it. And I probably should have done the Brillo pad method, but I didn't. So there's that. So see how it chippies up in the red. I don't know if you guys can see how it all chippied up. The picture's kind of blurry. You know, I wonder, I had to switch over. I'm using my cellular data, guys. I'm really sorry. But my Wi-Fi has been going out this morning, and I didn't want to lose Wi-Fi connection in the middle of my live. So I apologize for that. I figured it was safer this way. And I know sometimes you don't always get a clear picture, but I figured it was better than losing Wi-Fi service. I don't know. We lost it like 3 or 4 times this morning. I don't know what's going on with our Wi-Fi. So, hi, Nancy. So I do apologize, guys. I'm going to use a Brillo pad. I did wax these off, these little half beads. So I'm going to sand, kind of scrape them. Like I said, this is just a Brillo pad I got at the grocery store in the grocery aisle or down the dish soap aisle. Oh, I don't know if everybody else is that way or not, Jude. Like I said, but that could be, if I am blurry to you guys, that could be why. Like I said, I thought it was at least better than, you know, losing Wi-Fi service in the middle of my live. So I do apologize. I just put your glasses on. There you go, Connie. That's the answer, right? Just put her glasses on. All right, so now we got our pieces all painted. And I think I'm just gonna take, like I said, I'm gonna take my Distress ink pad. And I'm gonna go, no, that's not the one I want. I'm gonna go over the top to get some of that raised and around the edge. So that kind of brings that out. And then I'm gonna do a little Mod Podge and a little cinnamon. Just to kind of give it some more rusty look, kind of on, just in spots, not all over it. Just in places. But see the texture now in that wallpaper. So I'm gonna use my little Mod Podge brush, and we're just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna dab in some places and put some cinnamon on there. Maybe kind of around the edge. I didn't know I was gonna do that. That's kind of cool. My ink is kind of bleeding. Kind of giving it a different look here. All right, so now I'm going to take my cinnamon, and I do have a plate here because I don't want a big mess. We're going to maybe sprinkle over the top of that. I'm just going to kind of tap it down. And I think I got this cinnamon at Dollar Tree. It's nothing fancy. You know, the cheap stuff. And then we're gonna, probably should have, kind of go over the top of it because I want to make sure that stays. And when this dries, it'll look like little rust spots. But this'll, putting the Mod Podge on top will seal that, so that cinnamon stays. We're done with that. So that's what that looks like. We got some little rust spots in our little, come out. Oh, thank you. Hey, Craftin' Mom's Corner Market. It's Tracy, right? No, that's not right. I know I've probably heard your name. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I am terrible with names. All right, so now we're going to put our little dress on. I think I need a wet wipe. Give me a wipe. Get this cinnamon off of me. Oh, it is Tracy. Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Welcome. Okay, get that off. Now I'm like totally wet. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna put our little dress on. We're gonna just attach it right around the neck. And we're not gonna worry. I know I used just some embroidery floss and went around the edge and gathered it. And I don't care if you see it because we're going to take this piece of lace. And I got that piece of lace from Michelle with the Vintage Daisy. She had gifted it to me. And so we're going to cover that. We're going to go right over the top of that with the lace there. And then we're going to put it also down at the bottom. Oh, come on. Are you gonna not work today? Work today? Telling you. My glue gun. I'm very disappointed. Hi, Linda. Hi, Teresa. Welcome, guys. So that's our little dress so far. Got that down. And now I'm just going to take a piece of this lace and we're going to go around the top of that and cover all that up. And there should be enough there. Thank you. To do this top part, and I was going to go down around the bottom of the dress. I'm hoping. If not, I can get more out. Thank you, Shelly. Actually, I don't mind that. We got to go to Menards when I'm done. Do you guys have Menards where you're at, or Menards here? That's what we have here, which is a Times. Hi, Carol. Menards is like Home Depot. You guys are unfamiliar. Thank you, Minnie. How are you today? No, Menards are, it's, like I said, Menards is Home Depot, you know, it's just what we have here. We don't have, now, down in Des Moines, because I live in Fort Dodge, Iowa, But down in Des Moines, they do have Lowe's and Home Depot down there. But we don't up here where we're at. Okay, we're gonna cut this. I'm gonna tack this down on around the back here. So that's our cute little collar. And like I said, we're gonna put some down here at the bottom just to add just that little added touch. And I think might have just enough. Let's see. Actually, maybe I'll get another piece because that's kind of torn. I'm guessing this is antique lace that she sent me. She sent me this little goodie bag of things, and this lace was in it. And I don't want to cut a great big piece, so I'm going to see if I can find the shorter of the two. There we go. Yeah, she sent that to me a while back, but I forgot I had it and was looking for something and came across it. So I probably should have put the little lace piece on the bottom before I put it around the neck, but hey, you know, it is what it is, right? That'd be me. Be backwards. Thank you. Just trying to get a really fine, thin line here of the glue. Oh, crud. There we go. All right. So there's our little dress. And I think, I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna, I have this piece of rope. This is that rope from Dollar Tree. And I'm not sure yet how. I think I'm just gonna glue that for her arms. I can't, this is really thick, so I can't glue it. Normally I glue it to the back, and then glue the wings on top, and I guess I still could. I just would have to put a piece of, yeah, I think I might be able to. I'll just have to use like a craft stick or something so that that glues to the back. But these are her arms. We're gonna bring her arms around, and then she's gonna be holding a bow and some stars. So I'm gonna first though take and tack just the sides down here at the bottom to the side of my, just so it kind of stays in place, the dress does. just so it kind of stays, you know, her dress stays down. Not liking that. Actually, dang it. I think I want it. I just don't want it quite that tight. I got it a little tighter than I wanted. It came up. Thank you, Barb. All right. So let's try this again. There we go. That's not quite as tight. It looks a little better. So now I've got to get a placemat, like I said, for her little arms. Hold that just a minute. And I want to go down just a little bit. So right about here. We're going to cut that. And we're going to take this and glue this one. And her arm will come around just like to the front. Just like that. Hopefully she turns out cute. She's cute in my, as I say, she's cute in my head. Kathy, down there should be a star, and you hit that, and it'll take you to where you can go and purchase them. Down there by the comments, there's a star where the little heart and stuff is, and you can click that, and then it'll take you to where you can purchase some stars, and then you can send stars after that. All right. Well, hopefully I helped you out. And we're just going to glue these together for now. Like I said, I'm going to make a little bow. And she's going to be holding a little bow, and I got about 10 minutes, so hopefully. Come on. When I did the bunny one, I took muslin and shredded it in strips and braided like 3 pieces together and made her arms. But I thought this was a little different. A lot of people have this rope, but they don't have muslin, so I thought I'd show it differently, a little bit different this time. All right, so now we got that. So now she's got her little arms, and I know it looks funny right now, but I promise it won't. And we're going to give her, just real quick, I'm going to take some of this black, this Crazy Crow. What is it you found? And we're going to give her 2 little eyes, and I'll probably take some blush and give her some little cheeks. And I'm just going to find just a thin paintbrush, dip the end of it in for her eyes. And that might not be big enough. And my eyes always wind up being wonky. So there's her little eyes. All right. Oh, maybe she wasn't asking about that. Okay, I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood her. Oh, my dress came undone again. Being stubborn. Glue stick. Glue stick. Come on. There we go. The wooden ones, my husband cut my little wooden stars, Kathy. That's where I get mine. These little wooden ones that I have, my husband cut out for me. I had a pattern and he cut them for me. My Dollar Tree, Kathy, is pretty lame also. I don't even go in there very often because they never have what I'm looking for. They never seem to have what I'm looking for. Okay, so now I'm going to use this Pitberry, the red, white, and blue Pitberry. That's what we're going to use to make her halo. Because she's patriotic, I wanted to give her kind of a different halo, looking halo. And I'm just going to kind of guess here how big I want it. And probably wrap it a couple times. Will you have? I have a that I just came out with yesterday, but they're big stars, a set of stars, wood stars, a wood kit that I just, like I said, we just came out with, but they're bigger than the one I have. We're gonna try this and see if this is, I'm gonna cut this down. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And we're just gonna, and I never put a crown on straight. I always put, when I do angels, I always put the crown on sideways. I don't know why. And we're just gonna put a little bit of dab of hot glue. I'm gonna hold that down. Hi Deborah, hi Donna, welcome. Ooh. Okay, it was staying. You're fine. You're not late. It's all good. There's always the replay, right? You guys, I'm in the Thoughts to Treasures Crafty Friends event today. And Miss Connie is our hostess. And up after me is Tammy with Ladybug's Gnomes and Crafts. And so that's her little halo. And the link to the group and the link to Tammy's page is in the description. So, what do I want to do? I think I want to get her. Oh. So, because of her arms, I'm going to have to take a couple of craft sticks, or a craft stick. Okay, take a couple pieces of this and maybe layer it. Thank you. So that I get, so my wings attached to her. That looks like that's gonna work, but I gotta cut it down some more. I don't need quite that long. And I'm gonna use my stick fast glue, my AC glue. I'll get a quick hold, but it's wood to wood, and so I'll get a longer hold here. More permanent than the hot glue. I do too. Hi, Lana. I like angels also. And like I said, if you guys are interested in the kit, just private message me and we can cut you one out. It's only $10 plus shipping. Let's use the one that's not broke. Hi, Paula. There we go. At least get her together here. I'll try. Get her wings on and I think I'm gonna glue this to the back of her. And then I'll glue the wings to that. Hi, Karen. Okay. Now, okay, right about there, I think is where we're gonna, and I might have to put one more on there, I don't know. We're gonna go for it here. We're gonna try it. If I don't get it done, guys, I will take a picture and I will post it on my page and in the group page. Hold this a minute. And guys, stick around. Hi, Victoria. Tammy's does some really cute things. She's up next. There's quite a wonderful lineup. Connie always puts together a wonderful event. When she puts these events together, has some amazing creators in it. Thank you for sprinkling. There we go. So that's what she looked like so far. And then her little feet, she will stand just like this with her little feet. I think maybe I can get it to real quick, like maybe I can get it with the hot glue real quick. Okay, guys, head on over to see Ladybug Gnomes and Crafts. She's up next. Let's see if I can pop this one on. And you guys, I will finish her. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for being here. And you guys, oh, thank you. And you guys have a, like I said, I will take a picture and I will post it on my page when she is all done with her little bow and everything. But you get the general idea of what she's going to look like. And everybody have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And head on over and see Tammy with Ladybugs, Gnomes, and Crafts. All right. Bye, guys.